Yeah, I mean, I believe this is the first Lilia in the 4 major regions. I could be wrong on that. I'm going to have a quick check on that. But I mean, it's such a... they have level 6 on the Shanks, so they would be relying very heavily on him to get a big shuffle, but they've gone off it, and that's a smite steal coming in. There's going to be the disengage off the side of this one here. Missing gets jumped on. Hope is kind of putting in the auto attacks as the Varus tries to put down some blighted quivers. Heal comes out there to make sure that Shanks doesn't go down. And WE just recognizing they're in a stronger position here to go for this fight, getting here. There's still a teleport onto Cube. Will he be able to get here in time? That is the question. They're resetting off this a little bit too late. Now they're going to look for the dragon to be taken. It is secured. There's a Magnet Storm there onto 4 as Shanks tries to make his move down here as well. Teleport right down into the middle of things. Cube just to try and maybe dissuade everybody else. Iwandi will be sacrificed, you would imagine. They might have to commit a flash. They do, finally. Look, we're stronger. We know we can go for this one here. They're going to see the Rift Herald being dropped in this mid lane. Actually, not even going to need it. So a little bit quick on the trigger there, I feel like, Heng, as he gets knocked up by missing. See Iwandi looking for a bit of an engage himself. Heng is not on the dragon himself, so he's looking to try and maybe catch somebody out. Crash down over the wall as Iwandi wants to keep himself safe. Here we go. The Ornhorn comes out to try and set this whole thing up, but he gets stopped immediately. Now missing. Tries to go in for a bit of an engage, but he gets shuffled apart. And Iwandi kills off the JDG support. 3-man route after the fact, but good flashes away there. But inside of WE, they recognized there was a lilting lullaby, and they did not want to go to sleep. Yeah. Dragon still about 3,000 HP. These health bars are low. You feel like with the poke coming in, gonna try and steal this one away. There's gonna be a great steal for JDG. Now can they go for the fight afterwards? The all-out comes in right onto Knight, but can Cube get out of his life? He cannot. Flash in, knock up. 369 trying to go hero mode, but he's not quite able to do it and will fall down. Not quite able to finish off any more of this. There's going to be the Shurima's Legacy coming in. This is risky for Kanavi, but he gets the smite down. Oh, that Magnet Storm was just a little bit too late. And JDG get themselves...
Again, you know, obviously Ornn's dealing a lot of magic damage, and, you know, we know the memes. He's the bruiser, tank, assassin, mage. You know, I think the time when this was spoken the truth the most was actually, I think, Adam in Springs... not in Springs, but... Yeah, it's all over the top. Missing, finds his mark. That's all that has to happen. Then all of a sudden, there's a deer on top of you.
Cube doesn't care.
No, he doesn't.
Cube wants to jump on a 369 there. They're keeping him in check completely. Oh. He's taken out, burned out, and ready to go. The Magnet Storm forces Ruler to go into the Feather Storm. Iwandi may have sacrificed his life, but is it worth it? Missing just about gets out, but Ruler is not that lucky. Hope picking up that kill, and all of a sudden, WE may look for this Baron again.
This all just started because they were jostling for vision in that brush. Now with 369 dead, there's no core engage, and with Ruler dead, there's no DPS from JDG. Oh, he sniped him!
Sniped him! Knight gets a huge kill there, but Kanavi was nowhere near this one here. They're going to have to give it up. And that's going to be Baron confirmed here for WE, but they trade 2 kills for the Baron. That is 100% worth.
Absolutely, and again, the questions start to loom for JDG. Is this a trip or is it a fumble? Knight.
Oh, the shuffle and the kill. Now it's a 2v2, but you do not really have the DPS to go in for this one. Missing, trying to run away. If he goes down, they would have no way to contest this dragon. You have no real engage after that fact. So now we come back into a WE. Gonna burn some people down. Iwandi finds missing, so there will be no flank from JDG on the backside of this one here. They're still toying with this idea. Good healing coming out here from both sides to make sure they're not taking too much poke damage. But here we go. Ornhorn in. Soul point confirmed by WE. Hope goes into stasis to make sure he does not get knocked up. Gets hit by the Swirl Speed and immediately goes into sleep stasis, but they had a Mikhail's Blessing onto Hung. He pops that one immediately and keeps his AD carry up and ticking. WE get themselves out.
As JDG are a little bit slow to react, so honestly, WE doing a great job. And
from this mid lane, this could just be a tower in that mid lane. Tier 2 gone. Yeah, it's dead. Oh, Hope though.
Engage.
Gets it engaged. Chain of Corruption does come down. That tower gets taken, but will they be able to get out alive afterwards? Cube is going to be hit up here by plenty of damage here by the Lilia. Kanavi hasn't finished off the job, and he's still on a Cassante. You have to finish him off when you can. Finally, they turn everybody towards him around that red buff.
So, honestly, for a pretty good cause, because I think JDG could have rolled over that team fight with the setting that they had. As, oh boy, 369. Where have we seen this before, Ashin?
Yeah. He has been, this is a little bit of deja vu.
But it's tense. It's really tense.
Missing on a great flank, and they're going to look for him without him, though, so they're going to look for a 5v4 for the moment. Shanks goes into stasis as Kanavi uses his stopwatch as well. Here we go. They're going to try and jump in on top of him, but he gets his Emperor's Divide out. It's a great flight for JDG. But they now can jump onto Iwandi. He flashes away, but I don't think he's getting out of this one alive. He will be falling down to Scout. Kanavi picked up a kill there as well. Hope is kind of caught between no man's land. Does not get knocked up here, so should be able to walk away. I say that they are kind of chasing him down. Another accelerated shock blast.
Oh my God.
And an auto attack you cannot flash away from. JDG were hearing us chatting some smack, and they were saying, all right, time to turn on the afterburners. We're getting ourselves this game.
Yes, exactly.
They could end.
They could end. There is a real world where they just turn this into a game win. Death time is a super long. Asheen, I think your call's right. I think they're ending this game.
I mean, you double AD carry
WE.
effectively. WE, I think Heng tried to go towards that dragon to try and he could get himself a soul point or up the soul, but yeah, now it's just down to Iwandi. Only a couple more seconds until Shanks, but I don't think Iwandi's going to be able to do anything about this, and you blink and you'll miss it. JDG gonna end this game. What looks so promising for W.
That potential double AD carry plus the Gwen situation, so really interesting that they self-removed it when they could have had it themselves, right? And kind of opted in for more dive into double AD carry. Flash from missing, 3 people knock up. I want to see it. I want to see it. Make sure that they get punished for this. Because that's horrible.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they go for any kind of fight off of this one here. They are going to crash down. The smite comes in. They go straight over to the side of JDG. Flash for flash. But where is your auto attack now? Iwandi gets himself over the side of the pit. No flash, and they're going to wait for level 2. They're waiting for it a little bit more. Don't know why we're looking at the Sejuani. Right back in. Hope knows there is no hope. And they are going to get themselves a nice and easy confirm. Do you have a question to ask you if we do after get this dive? Because I'm curious to know if you have an answer. Missing. Going to look for the Hex Flash right back in on top of underneath this tower. Iwandi will tank 2 hits. That's a red buff on Ruler, and that pertains to my next question. Still got a cleanse available to him should he want to go for it. There's going to be the ignite. Iwandi's going to go down.
Oh my God.
It's a trade hung as well. Oh,
he's out on this dragon almost no doubt. Iwandi will watch it. Can they really get in? Maybe they look for a fight after the fact, but even then if they do, I feel like it's just a doomed scenario.
We'll see. Charm lands right there onto the Rel, and she is dead. A 3v4, but a jump in now on top of Ruler to try and burn him out before anything can happen. The resets are coming in here for the Tristana. Hop, skip, and a jump, but don't have the damage to flash away. Shanks really wants to make this one work. Finally hits level 6, but just not enough in the tank. Ruler tried his absolute hardest, almost goes down. A Knight still chasing down here. Maybe if he lands a charm. Yeah, Hope, Wreck the Cleanse is going to be there as well. They can't keep a good man down. Missing did go off to a second there, and we're going to see them maybe look for a bit of a re-engage. He headbutts in after the Hex Flash, but now he gets brought in with a Magnet Storm. Missing. Really not thinking about the follow-up there, because I think Ruler was kind of like,
It's a lot easier to get through those waves as Hope. Now, WE, they're on the dragon. Kanavi is here. He's put the Herald down to try and pressure them after the fight. And it's going to be bursting down. It's 50-50.
It's a 50-50, but it's secured by WE. Now 369 hasn't got really anywhere to go, and he is confirmed as well. Great keeper's verdict into the steadfast presence there from Cube to make sure that they not only got rid of Kanavi, but slow. This has kind of been the theme we've seen in the early game now for the last 2 series here from JDG. Slow to react, slow to really make a presence felt. Now they're going to look for it. Magnustorm brings everybody in. Chain of Corruption keeps them all in the same spot. And that's 369 being confirmed down all over a blue buff. JDG end up losing their top laner.
I mean, they're kind of just doing everything right. They're rotating faster. They're responding quicker.
Demolish proc comes in. Should be pretty easy there for Knight to confirm that. Now with the Rift Herald on the map, we might see another 5v5. You can see the Poppy of Cube already moving.
If we're going back to when Hope violated the League of Legends Geneva Code, yeah, very, very terrible that he also took the red buff. Now, it's a Herald that we're fighting over. Teleports are in. And
we're not fighting over, we're stealing it away. There's going to be a Cube to come in, immediately drops the steadfast presence. And yeah, you do not want to be in the middle of all this single target CC. They can even get in and take the Rift Herald. WE just not being afraid of JDG right now. We will see Kanavi still got the cease and assist over to the top of his own jungle, but not really in a position to kind of go for that fight just yet. The Rift Herald will get dropped down. There comes the ultimate, knocks back 2, and now you just can't defend this as Kanavi. You don't really have the position here to do it. In 20 seconds till that dragon spawns, WE could leave it if they want to go for resets. But
and as ever, Tempo is like a pendulum. Ooh, Knight. We'll just force out the Buster Shot. Really well timed on the chart.
Damage you get with a explosive, you know, kind of a bomb on your head, a load of blighted quivers. So Knight, though, start to prioritize their vision around this newly spawned Baron. That's where they kind of started to fall away for them in the first game, and maybe it's going to happen again here in this one. We are going to see a perfectly buffed ultimate there from Shanks, and they punish here onto Kanavi. Both flashes by Kanavi and Knight used to try and make that play happen, but Shanks was as cold as
DPS, so 369 really has to pull out a clinic here.
Here we go. Charm lands. They can burn down the Sejuani to be huge, but that denial, the keeper's verdict, and the verdict is no. Kanavi will not be able to get himself into on time. They're trying to get the resets in. Hope will have to flash over the wall. But for the moment, he's still going well. Knight has got himself a Spirit Rush, and they should be able to kill off the AD carry of WE. Now they can get Iwandi as well. What was looking like a perfectly clean-cut win here for the side of WE has gotten a little bit scrappy, but they still get them.
I mean, at the end of the day, even once Ruler goes in, Chains of Corruption or not, he's still getting hit by it. I think that's the thing. Still, very, very unfortunate.
And presence available for WE on this Baron pick, and they should be able to pick up at least one of these tier 2s. So, good rotations out coming in. No real objective on the map for at least another 4 minutes, maybe even a little bit less because of the Baron respawning, but overall, you're not unhappy with the state of the game for now for WE, but we saw this in game number 1, and even despite
from that, not normal at all. WE definitely pushed JDG a bit. Ruler gets hit by that, and that's his cleanse.
Missing is gonna go missing as he gets caught out here. Cube stopping Knight from having any impact in this fight, and again, another great pick here for WE. No objective ready decisions, so now WE recognize this, and they're pushing it towards that mid lane. They've got a cannon if they wanted to try and push in to try and get that, but JDG already forcing them here onto the Baron. There's a good bit of damage onto Iwandi. He's already lost half his HP, but Knight loses the Spirit Rush. Baron still being taken here. Iwandi crashes down away from this whole entire fight. Baron resets. Good charm there, straight in, right on top of Shanks, who does not get the buffer, but eventually gets himself away. Now with the Redemption coming out, trying to give back a little bit more HP to Iwandi. We can see them kind of fighting on 2 different fronts. Cube seeing if he can keep everybody away. Ruler goes golden, flashes away, just gonna get himself back out of this fight as Shanks goes in. One more auto attack as both Shanks and Ruler take each other out. It's a 2 for 2. These health bars are low, but you gotta feel with the long range of this Varus, it's all WE's time now. They know they've got themselves the jungler advantage as well, so they can look for this Baron if they truly feel it.
Yeah, if they can get maybe missing here, smite commit. It's not going to be enough slow. A couple more flashes, missing's gone. Surely, healing from the passive. Never mind. A little bit too tanky, and that is actually just about enough time to probably stop WE from going towards the Baron. JDG, however, that fight is kind of along the lines of what I was talking about. We had that engage.
They do have a ward sneakily on the back of that Baron or Dragon Pits. They know that this has only been started just now. Missing goes in to try and disrupt these tanks, this front line. Kanavi now jumping into the back of the pit as he looks to try and fight this one off. Cube so low, but the Redemption comes out and keeps him alive. Kanavi finished off the Dragon, and that is the Ocean Soul as Ruler shotguns himself right back in the back of the pit. Oh, Jamada, it's game 1 all over again. One small fight in favor of JDG, and Ruler picks up a triple. It's a full house with trips on dubs, and JDG will be able to end the game.
And that's exactly what the cherry on the top is, isn't it? It's 30 minutes again. There's a mid-wave again. And JDG are winning a team fight in a game where they really had no right to do so again. And they will close out this series 2-0 against WE.
Not only will they close out this series, they will confirm themselves top 2. 2-0 today gets them too much of a game difference for anybody to really be contesting them. And that means we are going to be seeing BLG and JDG as our top 2 teams here in the regular split. They will go all the way to the end of the gauntlet, basically, into the double elimination, as the MSI champions and the MSI runner-ups will almost certainly